matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe
that he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Watson.
That's complete. It's Okuegbunam.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Watson off play action. And that is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground,
they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A first down carry for Henry. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. And Chubb trying the middle here. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Browns had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Now it's Watson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. We'll be hit 3 in a row because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I know a coach told me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Well, Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They go with Chubb on second down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. The 40, the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Up the middle, it's Chubb.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Watson now to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A pivot and a give to Henry. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, here's Henry.
69 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the defense is going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Hardman on the return. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll try the right side with Henry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Second half begins with a run by Henry. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Henry again on second down.
And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Inside handoff, Henry. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. On third down, Henry fights through it. Oh, one more time. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. For a running back, that's kind of depressing, right? You get all that yardage, but still no first down.
Well, it was a mile, maybe a mile and a half to the first down mark.
Yeah.
So he did all he could to get there. A little disappointing at the end, but boy, they gave it a great effort, didn't they? Got to give him a little respect for that, don't you?
And he really helped his yards per carry average, that's for sure.
Yeah, quietly, he'll take that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. On first down, Watson.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second down, here's Chubb again.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
To throw is Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
He stiff arms him, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
128 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Three yards remain for second down.
And the busy night for Henry continues.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Chubb will get the call running left. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Watson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
They just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. Not losing with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
From his goal line here, Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick.
Here's Hardman to return.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On the counter, it's Henry. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
134 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A 1st down carry for Henry.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Henry running right. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Henry up the middle. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So on fourth down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Derrick Henry.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one in the win.